I'll talk to you about the imposition after the class. Today, if you have not written, you will just get double. I'm not going to leave you. So we have started the fourth act, and this is very interesting act, we said, because it all consists of a court scene where the arguments are put forward by Shylock, and on behalf of Antonio, the young judge or young lawyer who comes in. Okay, so everybody is in the court, Duke is seated, Magnificos are there, both the parties are there, and then there is audience. In the audience you have both the supporters of both the groups, Antonio and Shylock on each side. Now Shylock is invited into the court. Beforehand, just to remind ourselves, the Duke has already expressed his sympathies, how pity he feels for Antonio. So after that, he invites Shylock into the court, and then he asks for reconsideration of his position. And then Shylock responds, I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, and by our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I will not answer that, but say it is my humor. Is it answered? But if my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned, what are you answered? What? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig, some that are mad if they behold a cat, and others, when the bagpipe sings, I, the nose, cannot contain, for affection, mistress of passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Now for your answer, as there is no firm reason to be rendered, why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless necessary cat, why he a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend myself being offended, so can I give no reason, nor I will not, more than a larger hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him. Are you answered? It's a beautiful passage. Shylock knows how to talk, and he's a nice orator. He's a talkative man. Naturally, he's a merchant, moneylender. A moneylender cannot be talking in just one word, two words. They have to keep on, like the chirping bird, like the talkative bird. They have to go on talking. So he is a good talker. I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, intend. I have told you what I want to do, what I want to do. And by our holy Sabbath, I have sworn. For the Jews, sacred day, for the Christians, sacred day is Sunday. Okay? And for the Jews, the sacred or holy day is Saturday. For Muslims, it is Friday. For Muslims. But for Jews, it is Saturday. That is the Sabbath day. So he says, by our holy Sabbath, by our sacred tradition of observing the day of rest in honor of God, on that sacred tradition, I vowed, I took a oath, or I promised, and by our holy Sabbath have I sworn, have I promised to have the due, to have just due, what is to be got, what I need to receive, what is my just portion, due, what's supposed to come to me, to have the due and forfeit of my bond. I have sworn by my holy practice of Sabbath that I would take only what is due to me and also the forfeit, the penalty. Forfeit means penalty. To have the due and forfeit of my bond, I have promised to take only what is due to me, what I am supposed to get, not more than that, not less than that, what I am supposed to get, and the penalty of the bond, the agreement that is written. If you deny it, if you deny what I am supposed to get as my due share and also the penalty, let the danger light upon your charter and your city freedom. Let there be danger light. Means, may you run the risk of being ashamed in the international world that your charter, the document on which, the document through which your city, your government has come into existence, let that document, let that constitution, the original document, be destroyed. And the city's freedom, let it be given up, because you are not delivering the justice. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. You might ask me why I should be foolish to opt for a small piece of what kind of flesh? Carrion flesh, rotten, decayed, decomposed, stinky. Okay? So, you might ask me why I opt for this stinky, useless, decayed, decomposed, rotten flesh instead of taking the cash, 3,000 ducats. You might ask me. I will not answer that. I'm not going to answer you that. I have other intentions. I have other purposes. I will not answer that, but say, it's my humor. It's my humor. It's my joke. It's my humor. It's for fun. It is my fun. I want to do fun. I want to take some pleasure out of it. So, but say, it's my humor. Is that answered? Have I answered you? Now what is the question? Huh? What is the question? Why do you want to take 1 pound, 1 rotten piece of flesh instead of taking 3,000 cats? Now, who has asked that question? Has anyone asked? So, that kind of question is called rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions, they are just asked by the speaker himself in order to propose arguments, in order to extend his thinking. So those are not real questions to be asked, to be answered. But here he is trying, you see. I will not answer that, but say, it is my humor. Is that answered? Have I answered you? Why I take pound of flesh instead of taking 3,000 cats? But if my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned. Suppose my house is troubled with a rat, a small creature, rat. My house is being troubled by lot of menace is created by small rat, and I'll be pleased and I'm happy to spend 10,000 ducats to destroy, to poison the rat. To ban it means to remove it or to destroy it. To remove it from my house, I will spend 10,000 ducats. Are you on what? Are you answered yet? Are you not answered now also? It's my wish. I will spend it. It may not be worth, but I will spend on that. I want to have that fun. Some men there are, love not a gaping pig. Some people do not like, love means here, not romance, like and dislike. So some people may not like what? A gaping pig. What is a gaping pig? Gaping means dropping the jaw. Dropping the jaw. That is called gaping. Now gaping pig. Pig that has dropped the jaw. There is a roasting of pig. They roast it on the fire. The pig is roasted on the fire, and the whole pig will be arranged on the table, dining table, and people who want to spend more time, they cut little each piece, go take to their place, eat slowly, come back, cut a little more. See, they cut little each piece from the whole pig that is placed on the table. So even the head is there. The head will be looking at you like that. Somewhere in 89 or so, I was studying in Pune, and in Pune there are lots of Govans are there, and Maharashtrian Christians from Vasai. They are on the west coast. So they have this habit of partying. For some reason they were partying, and we were invited. We went there. Lots of Govans and East Indians. They are called East Indians. So on the table, food is set. People are all sitting around. They are not coming onto the table and eating there. They are taking little each piece from roasted pig, from chicken, tandoori chicken or a roasted salmons, fish, long ones. So all roasted food, lots of food was there. So people were coming and cutting a little each of these things, go take to their place and they sit, eat, talk, drink, they make merry. That's the party. Party is not just eat what you want and get out. Party is meant for chit-chatting. So when we were invited, we went, and right at the entrance of the door, on the table, the first thing was a pig, just like that on the table. I got scared. It's exactly like a live pig. They don't burn much. The rest of the thing is prepared. So the whole thing will be there like that. For us, it may not be pleasing, but for others, they are used to it from their childhood. So they eat. So that kind of, so gaping means mouth open like that, and you can see the tongue lolling down. That is gaping. Gaping pig. Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. There are some people who do not like a gaping pig being on the table, roasted, to be eaten. And there are some people who don't like to behold a cat. They don't like to look at behold means see. They don't like to look at a cat. It's true, no? When you come out of your house, you have some sentiments. Black cat shouldn't come. What will you do if you encounter such a situation? Nice, take a leave, go back to the house and tell your mummy, today something is going to happen, I am not going to get out of the house. Sit before TV, order for things, she will provide you, eat, sit, pattern yourself, and then watch the TV. Is it not? What will happen if you happen to see a black cat? Nothing will happen. It's all in your head. Mindsets are more important than. Often we think that this kind of things are controlling our life. Not right. Who is controlling your life? You. Now onwards it is you. What you decide, it will happen. Outside somewhere else nobody is deciding. God is not deciding for you. That you have to sleep today after 8 o'clock, He didn't decide. You wanted to sleep. Is it not? So God doesn't send a black cat for you to stop your going out. It's up to you. Black cat also is good. If black is something wrong with black, color black, white, something good with that. You always think white is good and black is wrong. Black is bad. That's not right. Both are same. They are colors, just colors. They are the dimensions of light. That's it. There is no other reason. One is not greater than the other. You see, you have Mahalakshmi, she is fair. Mahalakshmi is in fair complexion, no? And Meenakshi? Who is Meenakshi? Another form of Mahalakshmi. Isn't Mother Meenakshi. And she is dark. If you go to Meenakshi temple, there will be only one small light, small pramida. And under that light you have to see her face. You won't see sometimes the face. because the face is so dark. Is she bad? Then why, if she is bad, so many people go there? What about Kali? Huh? Kali? Is she black? Is she dark? Dark is black. We are speaking about black. Kali is dark, but still we pray, no? Meenakshi is black, dark. Still people line up to visit her. So it is not only, we all know it, but then somehow we have ascribed some values to colors. Dark is not bad, white is not good. Both are same. Dark also can be good and bad, and white also can be good and bad. Don't be taken up by the colors. It should be in your head. Some fellows search only for fair girls. They are very dark. They are dark. But they search for fair. Okay, if they are thinking, I am already dark and the other one is fair, means it is one completion. So that kind of thinking is fine. But if fellow is thinking, dark is bad, I don't want dark girls, then what is the problem? What about he? What about him? He is also dark, no? He should be bad. Color doesn't matter. What is behind the color? Color is only a dimension to the skin. And how thick is the skin? Skin is very, very thin. Very thin. So color is not even skin deep. The other side of the skin is if blood is touching it, then it is red, otherwise it is white. If you pull out your skin, the other side of it is white, because there is a layer of fat. So inside it is white, but outside it is dark. No, sometimes we think wrong way. No, we think wrong way. We simply ascribe. This is another tradition. It is not only in India, but also maybe in England. He is writing for which audience? Indian audience. Is Shakespeare writing for Indian audience or England audience? For England. Here also we have that kind of custom, no? So Shakespeare is telling, some that are mad, they are mad if they behold a cat. Not all cats. Bad, the black cat. Here for us, a black cat, and maybe there any cat. And others, when the bagpipe sings, he the nose through the, see that has got very sharp sound. Bagpipes. Bagpipe, have you seen? Bagpipe is sometimes we see it during the celebrations of Independence Day, Republic Day. We have the parades. This is actually Scotland instrument, bagpipes. It's a musical instrument. So when you sing, when it sings E, the nose cannot contain. Some people cannot contain, cannot control themselves. They cannot bear that sound, that sharp sound. For some people, when some things are dragged, their teeth gets sharp. Their teeth gets on edge. When you drag something, it is in their psychology, it is in their psyche. Okay. So, and others, when the bagpipe sings E, the nose, cannot contain themselves. They cannot control themselves. They cannot bear that sound. They cannot put up with that. For affection, mistress of passion, passion's lover is affection. Sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. So affection tells the heart what it likes and what it doesn't like. Loath means hate, dislike. Now, for your answer, as there is no firm reason to be given, as there is no true reason to give you, a solid reason to give you, why he cannot abide a gaping pig? Why that person cannot put up with a pig that is opening its mouth and stretching out its tongue? Why he cannot put up with that? Why he cannot be calm in the sight of such a gaping pig? Why he a harmless necessary cat? Why he a woolen bagpipe? So there are some people who hate these things. Now who can say why they do that? Why they cannot contain themselves in seeing a cat, or in hearing the music from the instrument of a bagpipe? Who can say? As to offend, must yield to such inevitable shame, but of force must yield to inevitable, inescapable. Inevitable means necessary, which is necessary shame, as to offend himself being offended. So why people cannot put up? They are offended. So can I give no reason why they get offended by that kind of things? You cannot give the reason. They cannot give the reason. It is part of their psyche. Same way. So can I give no reason. Therefore, why I choose not to take 3,000 ducats, but that small bit of rotten flesh, I cannot give you the reason. It is part of my offense scheme. It has offended me. Therefore, I cannot give you the reason, nor I will not. Just as they cannot give the reason, I also cannot give you the reason. More than a lodged hate, more than the lodged, harbored, kept hate, and a certain loathing and certain hate, more than these two things, I bear Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him. More than all these things, I bear Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him, a losing argument against him. But no problem. Are you answered? Why I want only the a little bit of a weight of 1 pound of flesh from his chest? Why I want it? It is just for fun. I can't give you the reason. Are you answered? Did you get my point? Sanyo, there is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. You are not answering. What kind of fellow you are? Unfeeling man. A person without any feelings. To excuse the current of thy cruelty, the flow of your current. Current is flow. The flow of your merciless action. Shylock, I am not bound to please thee with my answer. I don't need to make you happy with my answer. Sanyo, do all men kill the things that they don't love? Do all the people destroy things which they don't like? So there are some. Shylock, Hates any man the thing he would not kill? Will anybody hate a thing that he does not kill it, that does not destroy it? If he is hating, he will destroy it. Every offense is not a hate at first. All the offenses, all the wrongdoings done need not be signs of non-love, need not be signs of hatred in the beginning. Shylock, what? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice? What? Are you foolish, mad fellow? Do you allow a snake to sting you twice? Are you foolish? Once is enough and enough. You don't allow the other time to sting. You must be wise. Antonio, I pray you, think you question with the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made the eve bleat for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and make no noise when they are threatened with the gusts of heaven. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that than which what's harder. His Jewish heart, therefore, I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment, the Jew his will. Antonio is quite sure that this man will not change his mind. So what's he saying to Bassanio? Bassanio is the one who is arguing now, because Bassanio loves Antonio. So he wants to say, he is also getting boiled within himself. So he is getting into argumentation with the Shylock. Now, Antonio is interfering and he is saying beautiful words. You see, I pray you, I request you. Who is the you here? No. Who spoke just now? Bassanio on his side. So he is speaking to Bassanio. I pray you, think you question the Jew. I pray you, you think about asking the Jew. I request you, Bassanio, you think twice before you request the Jew. Who is the Jew? Shylock. You may as well go and stand upon the beach. You may go to beach and stand there and bid the main flood bait his usual height. Okay, a tide is rising and you tell, wait, my dear tide, please lower down your height. You tell the tide. Okay, and bait means control. You please control your height, lower your height. You may tell, you go to beach and as the tide is rising, you tell the tide, please control your height. Then it may do. You may as well use question with the wolf. Okay, you also find a wolf and put this question, why he hath made the eve bleat for the lamb. Why he has to make the eve, the small kid of the lamb. Why he hath made the small kid, the eve, to cry in order to eat up the lamb. You ask that wolf. Wolf may answer you. Wolf may answer. Will wolf answer in normal circumstances? No. Will the tide lower its height because you are asking? No. They may do it, but not this man. So don't waste your time. Don't ask him. We'll see tomorrow. So those of you who did not, please stand. Those who did not do. Today you are supposed to do 5 times, 10 times. Huh? 5 times today. So those of you who did not do 10 times and come tomorrow. 10 times. Please collect all these. Those who have done. And tomorrow I'll make you to sit and write. I'll give one kick on your back tomorrow. Open.